Good evening, folks. I'm here to tell you that representation in film, in media, doesn't matter. I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna say, Cameron, you're using your white privilege to try to, swipe away, years of systemic blah blah blah. No, 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 no. Representation matters in government, in the real world. Representation very much matters. But I don't know if you've noticed, whoever you are, you have liked something that you weren't 100%, you couldn't 100% relate to. You've watched a TV show, you've watched a movie, you've read a book, a comic book, you've listened to something on the radio. You can't fully relate to it 100%, but you've connected with it. That's because that's the beauty of art. It transcends language and cultural barriers. It speaks to us on a spiritual level. That's what art does. When we put a demand that it has to check certain boxes, that's not art anymore. And I know there are people out there that are like, no, blacks, it's their turn to be in the media. It's their turn to be represented. We heard it during Wonder Woman. We're hearing it now with Black Panther. And you know what? Nobody is stopping those films from being made. A lot of people are looking mighty foolish right now when they're saying that Black Panther is the first black superhero movie. It's not by a long shot. And Wonder Woman wasn't either. But I'm glad that we're getting more of these films. But it's not the ethnicity or the gender that matters. It's the story. Black Panther is going to do really well. And you're going to have white people going to see it. You're going to have black people going to see it. All different types of ethnicities, genders, sexual orientations, various people of religious walks. Why? Because people want to see a good action movie. People want to see a good story. People want to see something different from time to time. But it's not like I want to cross this, criteria box. To the pro-representation crowd, the people that think representation is like so vital today of all reasons, people are like, there's such urgency for representation today. Those folks fail to look at the past and value the things that were accomplished in the past. They don't realize that there were other superhero films or, other achievements made. They just look at the current way of things and they want more, and they can never be satisfied. Nobody is stopping more black superhero films to be made, more female superheroes, whatever. Nobody's stopping. In fact, the fact that Wonder Woman did well, the fact that Black Panther is going to do well, should show all of us, like, hey, nobody really cares about those things anymore. So can we stop making it an issue that, can we just enjoy films as films? Like Wonder Woman was a good movie, not because she was a woman. Because men, women, transgender, people could find something to like in that movie. Same with Black Panther. We got to stop tribalizing each other and drawing lines in the sand and saying, well, if you don't like this, then you're an XYZ. It's like we're trying to find things to fight over. Here is the most simple example of why representation doesn't matter. Pixar. They constantly create movies with characters that are not mainstream at all. They did a whole trilogy of films over toys, inanimate objects, and people were able to connect, and those films were highly successful. Moana was really successful. How many of us live on an island? Coco, was very popular. You have these casts that are really diverse, and they're still really popular. So this idea that, people don't want to, buy anything outside of the white mainstream is not true. Pixar has proven time and again, you can take anything, an animal, even an inanimate object, and people will find a way to identify with it. That is why representation doesn't matter, because people connect to a good story, to good characters. That's what matters most. And that's what should matter. Our ethnicity, it doesn't matter. Our gender, we shouldn't be using those as a criteria for judgment. And ultimately, when you're looking for representation, you're saying, you're judging films, you're judging things based on whatever criteria, whether it's gender or ethnicity, and that needs to stop. You're getting in the way of the very thing that you want. All right, that's all. I hope you all enjoyed the Black Panther movie. I'm hoping to see it this weekend. Take care.